Some things are hidden, locked away in classified files, buried under layers of secrecy. But what if something wasn't hidden at all? What if it was erased, not just from the records, but from reality itself? Tonight, we investigate an event that officially never happened. This is Unrecorded. On April 17th, 2009, something strange happened. At exactly 2:41 in the morning, a wave of silent, coordinated activity swept across thousands of homes in Europe. Televisions turned on by themselves. Not to a snowy static screen, not to a late-night infomercial, but to a live broadcast. There was no channel logo in the corner, no emergency alert tone, just a single, steady image. The camera was fixed, pointed at what looked like a government briefing room. The room was sterile, anonymous. No flags, no national insignia, nothing to identify where this was happening or who was in charge. Seated at a long table were three figures. They were perfectly still, almost like statues. They didn't speak. They didn't even seem to breathe. For nearly 4 minutes, this unnerving silence hung in the air, broadcast into living rooms across a continent. Viewers watched, confused and unsettled, as nothing happened. And then, the central figure leaned forward, breaking the stillness. They looked directly into the camera and spoke a single, chilling sentence. "This recording will not remain." And just like that, the signal vanished. The screens went black. TVs across Europe powered down as mysteriously as they had powered on. The entire event lasted less than 5 minutes, but it left an impression that would ripple for years. The next morning, as the sun rose, the true mystery began to unfold. People who had witnessed the bizarre broadcast started talking. They went online, called their local TV stations, trying to make sense of what they'd seen, but they were met with a wall of confusion. TV stations had no log of any unscheduled broadcast. Emergency alert systems showed no activity. Satellite operators found no record of a hijacked or rogue signal. It was as if a ghost had passed through the airwaves. Every official channel, every technical system that should have logged such a massive anomaly, showed nothing. Absolutely nothing. It wasn't just that the data was missing. It was as if the time slot itself, from 2:41 a.m. onward, had been wiped clean. Even more unsettling was the inconsistency in witness testimony. When asked to describe the three figures, people's memories diverged wildly. Some swore they were men in dark suits. Others were certain they were women. A few even reported seeing no distinct faces at all, just blurred shapes. The only thing everyone agreed on, with perfect, unwavering clarity, was the final sentence. "This recording will not remain." The words were etched into their minds, while the faces remained frustratingly elusive, like a dream you can't quite grasp. But what if someone had captured it? What if, for just a few seconds, the ghost in the machine was trapped? One man believed he had done just that. A broadcast technician working at a regional station in Austria saw the rogue signal appear on his monitors. Acting on instinct, he managed to capture the first 6 seconds of the transmission before it was cut off. He knew this was something extraordinary, something that defied explanation. He quickly uploaded the 6-second clip to a secure, private server for analysis. He watched the upload complete. He refreshed the page. The file was gone, not deleted, where it might leave a trace in a recycle bin or a log file. Not corrupted, where the data would be scrambled but still exist. It had simply vanished, as if it had never been uploaded in the first place. Confused, he initiated a system recovery protocol, trying to trace the file's path. He searched the server logs for any record of the upload or deletion. The system returned a message he had never encountered in his entire career. It wasn't an error code. It was a statement. No such event. The system wasn't saying the file was lost. It was saying the upload itself never happened. It was a digital denial of reality. This experience so profoundly shook the technician that 2 days later, he resigned from his position. He has since refused all requests for interviews, disappearing from the public eye completely. He saw something, it captured it, and then reality itself seemed to reach back and take it from him. The broadcast was gone. The only known recording was erased twice, once from the airwaves, and once from a hard drive. But the incident wasn't over. For those who witnessed it, the true after effects were just beginning. In the weeks that followed, a pattern of strange phenomena emerged among the thousands of viewers. Many reported waking up suddenly in the middle of the night, their eyes snapping open in the dark. When they checked the clock, the time was always the same: 2:41 a.m. The exact moment the broadcast had begun. A quiet, persistent echo of the event, programmed into their subconscious. Others developed a new, unexplainable anxiety. They would feel a sense of dread when walking past television screens, even when they were turned off. It was a feeling of being watched, of being near something that held a secret they weren't supposed to know. But the most common and disturbing after effect was a feeling best described as a mental void. It wasn't like forgetting something. It was the active, nagging sensation that something had been forcibly removed from their memory. One witness put it into words that resonated with hundreds of others. "It feels like remembering something I am not allowed to remember. It's the phantom limb of a memory. You know something should be there, but you can't see it. You can't touch it. You can only feel its absence." This event establishes the core of our investigation. We are looking into incidents that, according to all official records, do not exist. It suggests that some things aren't just hidden. They are actively and retroactively erased from history. It forces us to confront a terrifying possibility: that the absence of evidence is not always evidence of absence. Sometimes, it's a sign of something far more deliberate. If a tree falls in the forest and someone edits the recording, did it ever make a sound? The events of April 17, 2009, left no physical trace, no digital footprint, and no official record. And yet, it happened. It was seen, it was remembered, even if only in fragments, and it left behind a question that hangs in the air to this day. Who has the power to not just delete a recording, but to declare that there was never an event to begin with? If there is no record, that does not mean there was no event. Thanks for joining us on this first episode of Unrecorded. If you find these stories as compelling as we do, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. In our next episode, we investigate a mystery from the rails. The train that arrived empty, a scheduled journey with a full timetable, but no passengers. You won't want to miss it.